But every arrondissement has
Yeah,
their
as their own.
uniqueness.
Yes, true,
Yeah,
true.
so I
Yeah.
don't know, yeah. But the 5.
I don't know, but the 5. Yeah.
If you're studying abroad, I wanna hear your voice. I wanna hear.
Hi everyone, welcome to Voices of International. I am Rosa, your host, and today we're going to talk about the application process of being an international student here at Ep.5 at ICART at the Group EDH school. Today I'm here with Lola, with Lisa, and with Inako. Could you guys introduce yourself?
Of course. So my name is Lisa, and I work as international mobility manager for Ep.5 School of Communication and ICART School of Art Management here in Paris.
My name is Hinako. I'm from Japan, and now I'm studying about the art in ICA.
Okay.
And my name is Lola. I'm from Argentina, and I'm studying here at DFAB the Fashion Communication Certificated.
Yes, nice. So as I mentioned, today we're going to talk a little bit about the application process to be an international student here at Ep.5 and ICART, and also about, in general, your academic life here in Paris. So I would like to start with you, Inako, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And maybe just tell me, so how was your application process? So what did you do? Like, why did you decide as well to come to Paris? How was it? At ICART, of course.
Yes.
And also, if you can even explain us a little bit what you study at ICART, it would be nice.
Okay. Speaking of the application process, I was supposed to take some test, like the examination for checking my ability to speak or write English. And after that, I passed the exams, and I needed to apply for ICAO itself. And speaking of the application process for applying for the ICAO, for me it was not so difficult because
what university do you come from? Which university?
And my university is Aoyama Gakuin University.
Okay.
This is located in Tokyo, in Japan.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe you know the name of the city, the Shibuya.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit famous city. Yeah. And I had an agency for applying for the school. So every time I needed to submit some documents or choose which class you want to take, I can ask him. I could ask him which one is better or which one is good for me, and so it was not so difficult to choose classes and apply for the school.
Okay.
Yes, but what is the most difficult was applying for visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, because since I'm not the student of Europe, I needed to take some process for getting my visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need to I need to get the accommodation before taking the visa.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
That
So
is-
it's a long process as well, no?
Yes.
Okay.
They're so long.
Okay, maybe after you will give us some suggestion on it. And for you, Lola, how was it?
Yes, in my case, it wasn't hard, but it was
And also
like...
remind me from which university you come from.
I'm from Universidad de Salvador, which is from Argentina, Buenos Aires, the capital. And in my case, it wasn't hard, but it was like a long way to take it.
Okay.
So I think I started in the beginning of the year, like in January for me, and before starting my own classes, and I have to search for all the universities which are in specifically web, in my web of the university. And then I looked, like, there's a whole bunch of options from all over the world. And I was like, for sure, I wanted to come to France. So I searched for different universities. And I was talking with Lisa before starting the podcast. Like, I have the sensation I came here by accident because I didn't have like a review of any of the universities I chose.
Okay. So it was... You were lucky as well, you know, a little bit like...
I think, yeah, maybe, because That too. When I searched for the universities, I looked up through the websites of each of them, and when I looked for the assignatures, they weren't like as clear as I thought. So yeah.
Yeah. So, Lisa, what can you explain us also the application process for students coming to Paris or like in exchange?
Yeah, of course. So actually, we welcome students each semester. So usually the students, they come for 1 semester and some of them come for the full academic year. So we have 2 periods, one from September to December and the other one from February to June.
Okay.
So they can come and study here during these 2 periods. So for the September intake, which is the beginning of the academic year, where we welcome lots of students, we start to receive nomination from our partner universities from all over the world from March, April for the month of September. Yeah. So that's a lot of time ahead of before the start of the semester. And then students, so they get nominated by their home university. So we have a partnership with more than 100 universities from all over the world. So Europe, Asia, of course. We have Latin America, Argentina, of course. We have US, Canada, everywhere in the world, basically.
Actually, everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And so students, they start to apply generally in May. So they have to finalize their registration. So we have a very straightforward application process. It's not very complicated because we take time selecting our partner university and we trust them when it comes to selecting students. Yeah. So of course the partner university, they must check the language requirements. So students, they must have a correct level of English or French. And when it comes to academic requirements, we also trust our partners. Yeah. So actually, when students come to study with us, they don't have to give us lots of documents. They will have to send a copy of their passport, the health insurance as well. But that's pretty much everything we ask from them.
Yeah, that's true because I didn't have like an English exam. And I talked with my university and they told me like, okay, we will talk with Ep.5 and they sent us specifically English test and I made it in my university. So they let me come here without like a real Cambridge test and that was really cool.
Exactly. We do not ask for an official language test like TOEFL or IELTS. Of course, if students have it, it's good. It's good. But we can accept other certificates or sometimes we can interview students if necessary to check the language requirements. Of course, it's very important that you have the correct level of language.
Or it's going to be hard for
course, it's going to be impossible to study. Yeah. So that's the main thing, about the application process.
I agree. And for me, for the Erasmus process, because I'm an Erasmus student, as well, I had a list of destinations that I had to pick up. Sometimes it depends on university, but my university asked us to pick 3 3 destination university that we like the most, and of course I picked Ep.5 as the first one. For us the application requests language requirements both in English, and if you have French it was a plus because there is some points based on what you have, and of course some score based on your academic scores, you know, so if you have a great
academic level,
academic level as well. So thank you, everything went well and we are here. I always think that for me actually was because this is my second Erasmus, so in the beginning
second.
Yes.
Wow.
Where were you before?
I was in Namur in Belgium. Yes. And so when I applied for this Erasmus, because I really wanted to come to Ep.5, I to Paris as well. I just said, okay, I'll do it and then we'll see. And then in the end, I got it. So it was, I'm really glad of that. And yeah, but I know that it's something that really depends on your university as well. So I would suggest for the future student to check the the details on with your own university to understand
like
better.
application conditions.
Yeah, the application condition.
Because in my case, I was the only one who was going to do an exchange. Like it was like such a lonely contract. Yeah.
But it's good, you were brave.
Yeah.
Because you know, like for us, many students they want to go abroad, so it's something like if many students go, their friend they want to do it as well.
Yeah. Now I have 3 friends that want to go to Spain after I came here. So that's true.
Yeah, and you know when we have students coming from specific university, usually the years that follow, we have more students from the same university because they promote, they talk about it, and
nice.
Other students they want to live the same experience.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
What does it change, Erasmus than bilateral exchange? Like
Actually, that's a very good question. So Erasmus is mainly for Europe. Okay, and the main goal for students is to get a scholarship, which is great. So you can get help from Europe. They will give you money each month, and it will help you pay your rent, which is amazing. But it must be in Europe. Well, we also have some universities outside of Europe who are part of Erasmus, but it's really not a lot. In your case, for instance, for Argentina, so we don't have Erasmus with them. So that's how we call exchange or bilateral agreement, because it's outside of Europe. That's the only difference. The rest is the same. The only thing is that you don't get the scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah, but for me as well, the system of the Erasmus is very new to me because I didn't know the existence of the Erasmus in Europe. So it's very interesting system for me, and also very nice system for students.
It is amazing. It's an amazing system. Like every year we receive a funding from the European Union, and then we can use it for students going to study or also internship. And it's really amazing. And you know, like the term Erasmus is becoming so famous in Europe that now even for exchange students, I don't know if you noticed, but they always say Erasmus student. And we try to explain that they are not all Erasmus, but I can tell you everyone says Erasmus.
Of course. For us, it's so famous, and but it's so nice. The European Union really wants students to go abroad, experience abroad. So it's really good that they are funding this experience because
that's very nice.
The funding is also needed sometimes. So it's always good. So for you, like you told us about your visa. Was it really challenging to get it? Like, did you get through there's some, I don't know, like things you need to apply for it? The housing?
Yes. Just a while ago, I talked about I needed to prepare my accommodation before I applied for the visa. But this is not real because I only had from my teacher. The teacher said you need to prepare the contract of the accommodation before you apply for visa. So I believe this is real. It was real. So I tried to do so as he said, but this is not real. This is my fault, but also his fault too.
We can say it, don't worry. I don't think he's gonna watch this, but even if he does, do not get offended. Really.
He won't hear it.
But eventually I got my visa. It's very hard process for me because I needed to prepare about the document regarding how to get your accommodation or what is your plan for getting the apartment. I needed to write it down and I needed to make the document about it. Yes, and I submitted the document.
Scan,
Yes, to the I forgot the name, but the administration.
Administration.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a website actually when you apply for visa for France.
Yeah. Yes.
It's administration étranger, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a
So
website.
actually, the process is better now because it's everything online. It's they ask for quite a few documents, but it's online. So you have to start the process online, and then you have an interview, right? You had an interview.
Actually,
or-
I don't
No,
have
you
an
didn't?
interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends of the nationality,
yes,
I think.
yes.
Yeah.
You
Right.
didn't have an interview.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it was very good for me because
okay.
as I could
Declaration right here.
yeah. I could skip the process. Thanks to the system, I could skip the process.
Okay.
It would be a little bit easier for me to get the visa. Did you have the same one?
No, in my case, I have the Italian passport, so I just sent it.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to apply for a visa. Lucky.
Yeah, thanks for the generations.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
So when did you get your visa? Did you get it a long time before coming to France, or
Actually, no. I got the visa just 1 month or less before I came here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
Yes.
very normal.
Oh, really?
Yes. No, because so usually we send the acceptance letter more than 2 months before the start of the semester, and then the student, they have to apply directly online, and all of the process actually they take care of it. We can help if necessary, but we don't really, like the student, they don't really contact us in general because they do everything from home. And then the process can take a few weeks.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
They have in some cases they have the interview, and then they can fly to France.
That's
Yeah, and then so for the visa, after you arrive in France, it's not finished
Yes.
because you have to you have two things that you have to do. You have to finalize your visa
Yes.
actually, and you have to pay a 50 euro fee upon arrival. It's mandatory. And then you have to apply for the French health insurance.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
free
wow.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot
process.
of paperwork. To
Yeah,
the
quite a
visa.
lot. But we organize sessions
Yes.
doing
Yes.
orientation for students to help them with that.
That's great. No, because taking all those paperworks alone, it will be...
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stressful. It
Yeah.
can be stressful. Yeah.
And just 1 month before arriving here, you didn't have the visa, and you were
Yes.
like...
Yeah, I was very. What should I do for
Am I sure I'm going? Like something like that. Yeah, I understand. And so you applied for an health insurance as well.
Yes,
Okay.
that was complex for me, but thanks to you, I first applying for the health insurance.
Yeah.
That was a better process.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa, for everything.
Yes,
Thank you. So I wanted to ask you also, how was for you to present the different certificates for different students? Because, for example, in Italy, before coming, like in all the European country, before coming to your host university, you need to prepare a learning agreement.
Yes.
Where you have to match the subjects you do in your home university with the subjects you are going to do in your host university. So I know that at Ep.5 there were like different certificates. For example, I'm taking the digital and communication certificate, and it's a 30 credit certificate with different majors and minors, and then there's the electives. I
Yes.
think. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's others as well. You're doing fashion communication, right? And how, like, what subject do you do, like, for example?
I do, fashion communication, digital transformation, creativity and innovation, and direction creativity.
Okay.
Image direction, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I didn't knew before arriving, because when I saw the fall semester assignatures, is that I saw like all separating. Like I didn't knew that there were certificates.
Exactly, because it was new. So actually it was very new. So you really had the first experience of the certificates.
Okay.
Because before we used to offer like à la carte,
you
I
pick
love
the
that.
subject.
Yeah, I will love that.
It's very good. The only thing is that it's a nightmare regarding to schedule, regarding to organization, and also we think it's better to really offer fixed and good plans for students. And so what we did this semester, it was a plan that we had from before, and we really worked on it with the academic department, and we started creating certificates. So actually it was a trial like this semester. We are going to keep on with it, but of course we have some adjustment because it was the first one. But yeah, the idea is that we offer 5 to 6 certificates. Okay. And actually, it's been working quite well. Yeah. So we will continue next semester. Yeah, and
I think it's nice.
Yeah, you like
because
it?
I think it's
organized.
Yeah, it's organized. Yes. And for us, like for example, I take 30 credits.
Yeah.
So it's even easier to understand like better also the schedule and all of that, because I know that usually there's a lot of problems with that.
Yes, exactly. Each semester before we used to have quite a lot of problems, so it's easier. And also at the end of the semester you get an official certificate from Ep.5. So you're gonna have have your little certificate.
Yeah, I was like
but I think it's nice.
Yes, well. Actually it is.
And I was wondering, what do you like studying with French students?
French students as well. I'm doing the digital certificate, and I'm studying in English, full English, but I'm with the fourth year of full English, the master, and it's really good, and I like to study with them as well. Of course, sometimes we can have some differences, like for group project and that, but usually they're nice, they're kind, and it's also good to, like really see how they study and also how teachers approach with them, like in general, like, and also I love the subjects I'm taking.
Does it change? Like, for example, in creativity and innovation, you saw the teacher.
I think it changes a little bit.
They are very good with us, right?
Okay. I think with us they are better, and of the French, it's a little bit like stricter, maybe, but it's understandable because, of course, for us it's harder to be here and live and experience abroad in a new country, a new professor, and new everything, So of course, but I love like the French class, like the class I'm taking with the French students. They are like maybe like my favorite ones. Yeah. Yes, yes. Because I'm taking like corporate communication, event communication. But it's also nice that a lot of the professors are internationals, even for the French, like my certificate, like with the French people, my subject with French people. Like, for example, I have an Italian teacher as well. So, the first day, and she teaches to French students. And the first day I was like, like, nice to meet you. I'm like from Italy. It was nice. So it's good also that even in the teachers, there's an international environment. That's so nice, I think. Yeah. And do you think the academic system is very different from your home country? Maybe in Japan, because I guess it must be very different, like the system, the classes, what you are learning. Yeah.
Yes, you are right, because it's very different. There is a.
I don't know, do you take exams on just one time, or do you have like every week something to the homework? And do you take class with different teachers, or do you have like not so many teachers? And I don't know.
Yes. For example, we always have many students in one class. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's a little bit different that you mentioned, but in Japan we have more students in one class, but here we have maybe 20 students. This is the
and usually the 20 to 30 students. Yeah,
it's very nice because I can concentrate that what teacher says, and also it's more easier to have a conversation with other students. Since I in my home university, we always have 100 students in one classroom. It's too much for me. And thanks to the number of the students, we always have an opportunity to say my opinion to other students. It's sometimes very difficult for me because I'm always getting nervous when I make speech in front of some student, but it's very good opportunity for me.
Of course, you learn a lot.
Yes,
that's amazing.
It's really interactive. I
yes.
think. Yeah, that's
And
the...
practical, that's what they
Yes,
say
yes,
in general.
yes.
Yes.
It's completely different, like, for me in Italy, because as well, we have bigger classes, and we also have less subjects, usually.
Sometimes I know the student, when they arrive, they are like, oh my God, I have 8 or 10 subjects during the semester. And they come to me and they say, this is too much. Like, and I said, no, don't worry, it's our system. It seems to be a lot. Of course, you have quite a lot of hour of classes. But it's okay, like the time load is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And it's not, you won't have like only 4 subjects. But there are like many small subjects during the semester.
And I think it's also more interesting because it's more diverse, so you get less bored a little bit. Like, for me, I love like having the opportunity to learn from different teachers, like to do like so many subjects as well, because I think here I feel like really inspired, and I think it's really interesting what I'm studying here. So yeah, I'm even thinking of doing my master's here at Ep.5.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
wow.
nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we have a master program in English
as
well. So yeah, and we are getting more and more international. So
Wow.
maybe that's
Yes,
a good
who
opportunity.
knows? Yeah. That's another thing. Like, the teachers are professionals in the field they work and they teach, and that's really interesting because they not only give you the perspective of the class and the thing you have to learn, but also they give you their story in their professional life, and that's so enriching for an experience.
Yes. Because in Italy, I think it's more theoretical as well, and here it's really practical, and you really get into work, and it's so nice to have teachers who really experience what they're teaching you because they are professional.
Yeah, and they do it in a vulnerable way. I don't know how to explain it, but they tell you their career and their like ups and downs in their career, and that's the enriching part, I think.
Yeah, they are real with it.
Yeah, they are truly real.
Yeah,
like they could, as we said, like treat us better because we are like from exchange, but they are really real, and that's like really we are really grateful for that.
Yeah, and it's true because actually we are a private institution, as you know. So most of the all of the teachers, they are professional. They have their own agency, or they work, or maybe they don't work anymore, but they used to work.
Yes.
So that's why it's not as much. It's not as academic as public university. We have private, so students, they have to pay tuition fee each academic year, but that's why we have small classrooms. That's why we have very good teachers. That's why we have all of these services to the student as well.
And that's like, for example, this podcast as well. You know, like for me was really like I'm really grateful about it because this podcast was a project I had in mind, and I proposed it to the International Relations Office, and they really like helped me to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. During the orientation, we said to the student, if you have a project or if you want to do something during the semester, something creative, or please come to us. And sometimes it never happens. Students, they don't, but we were so happy when you proposed that idea.
Yeah.
So it's good.
No, but it's good because, of course, like sometimes I was a bit like scared maybe of proposing it. But then I said, I'll do it, and then I'll see how it goes, and it's going good. I hope it's going good. So yeah, that's good. Okay, to finish up a little bit this episode, I have some fire question that we usually do at the end of the episode, and I wanted to
take it.
I wanted to ask you. So, Louvre or street art? I know it's you didn't think
street art.
Street art.
Think.
Yeah,
or
street
Louvre.
art.
Okay.
I like Louvre.
Okay, Louvre. Yeah, I think for me, I like the Louvre as well. I think I'll go with Louvre.
Musée Rodin. How do you pronounce
Musée
that?
Rodin.
I love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's beautiful.
Better than the Louvre.
Louvre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like judging you.
Yeah. No E.
Yeah, for example, for me, the R, it's so difficult.
Louvre.
It is
Yeah, it's very
difficult, yeah, because you
difficult.
don't have it in.
Yeah.
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 No, I like ours is more like like
Yes.
it's different.
Yes, in the hours too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
There is a very difficult word in French.
Hi, what is?
Serrurerie. Can you say it?
Serrurerie.
Yeah.
Serrurerie.
I feel I have something here.
Serrurerie.
Serrurerie.
What does it mean?
My problem is that I roll the
it's-
R.
Yeah, when what?
My problem is that I roll the R,
Yeah.
R, so I say serrurie, but it's not
Yeah.
like that. It's serrurie. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's like the thing to open the door. Like serrure, it's to to put the key inside. You know,
Okay.
and serrurerie is the place you go to buy.
Okay.
some,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know how to say in English, but I know it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it was hard. It was a hard French word, honestly.
Yes.
And I also wanted to ask you, what's your favorite arrondissement? Arrondissement?
Arrondissement.
Okay, I can tell you mine.
Yes.
It's the 19th arrondissement.
Ah.
Okay.
Maybe you haven't been there because it's not a touristic arrondissement as well. Maybe you know Bassin de la Villette, Parc de la Villette, les Buttes Chaumont.
Okay.
All this area, sorry.
Yes.
It's very nice because it used to be not such a good place to go before, but now it's becoming more and more trendy. And you have a canal there, so I love it. There is a very nice park.
I've seen it.
Yeah, the park is Les Buttes Chaumont. You should go there. You have a nice view over Paris.
Okay.
And I love it because it's all like there are not a lot of international people there because I think they don't really know it.
Yeah, it's more local.
It's more local, but
Yeah,
you should
yeah,
go.
yeah.
You have lots of nice restaurants, bars. You can even rent a small boat to go through the canal.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so you
That's
should
so
go.
good.
And La Villette, there you have lots of exhibitions as well. There is a big park, so maybe now the weather is not that nice,
Okay.
but you should check it out.
Yes, of
because
course.
and
We have time.
19e arrondissement. You should go. I can give you some recommendations.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
thank you.
good. We'll go. And for you?
Yeah.
Actually, I love 13 arrondissement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because partly because I live in there.
Yeah.
Yes. And also I love the view from the train line number 6 because I can see there's some view from the window.
Yes.
Always the train goes down the underground, but speaking of there's line 6, they can
Like the
go.
view in front of the Tour Eiffel, for example?
Yes, we
okay.
can see the Tour Eiffel. It's
Yeah.
very beautiful. And as you speak about the street art, the 13 arrondissement has a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah, we went
The 13.
for a tour in the French
in the
culture
French
class.
culture class.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so nice.
Yes, it was so
Yes,
nice.
it's very new to me because in Japan we don't have something like the street art or something. We don't have
Okay.
something like this, so it's very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for you?
For me, I would say I live in the 5, and I'm like now in love with the 5.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, the fair is nice.
It's really
yeah.
nice, yeah. But another one I really liked was the one from the Musée Rodin. The 7 was just to
Not
walk
sure.
by.
Yeah, I think it's the 7.
Yeah,
Either the,
yeah, it should be
between
the-
the 7 and the 6, like something like that.
Yeah, it's really beautiful too.
Yes.
But every arrondissement has
Yeah,
the
as their own.
uniqueness.
Yes, true,
Yeah,
true.
so I
Yeah.
don't know, yeah. But the 5.
I don't know, but the 5. Yeah, for me, I like the 6th
Okay.
and the 3rd, of course, Le Marais as well.
Le Marais,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. And here we're in the 14th
Yeah,
arrondissement,
which is really
14th,
nice as well.
close to the 6th.
Yeah.
We are very close to the
Very
6th.
close to the 6.
And yeah, the arrondissement, the 14th is really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's safe. It's full of beautiful buildings.
Yeah,
Yes,
and for
yeah.
example,
We are
We are-
very lucky because we are really in central Paris,
Yes.
which is amazing for our international experience.
When we arrived, it was hotter, and
Yes.
we like or even buy or brought our food, and we went to the Luxembourg Gardens.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's-
It's
yeah,
amazing.
it
And
is.
it's just 5 minutes. It's amazing. Yeah, no, we are really central. That's so nice.
Yeah.
And it's so easy, like, to arrive, I think, as well. There's a lot of metro stations.
Yeah, we have lots of metro, RER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buses. Yeah.
Yeah, you have everything.
Yeah.
What I get it.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you as well about that. Do you have a favorite or a least favorite metro station or like metro that you're taking?
RR, I don't like them.
Yeah, you don't like it.
General.
Yeah, in general, I don't like
Yeah.
RR. Yeah.
Mm. I think some stations are not the best, like Stalingrad, for instance. I don't know where. Actually, it's the 19th. No, but it's because, in some areas of Paris, you have some drugs going on sometimes. So that it's not the best. It's a little bit dirty, but otherwise, if you go one street, but not
In one
it's
street,
okay. Yeah.
everything changes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I think it's like that. And for you, do you have one? I don't know.
I'm not familiar
Yeah, but
with this.
you like maybe the 6th.
Yes,
Even like as a metro line, no, for sure the station. But like for example, the 6th is one of the most loved and also the most hated because he has a lot of late arrivals and all that.
It's a very old metro.
Yeah.
Metro line,
Okay.
and during the summer it's horrible because there is no AC, there is no air conditioning because it's very old. So now they are renovating. We have many different metro lines, so we are lucky. But some of them they are very old, and the 6th is one of them. Maybe you were not there during summer, that's why. But I can tell you, it's very hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
But I have an idea because the line on the line 14 maybe there is one station that I can hear the announcement in Japanese. I was very surprised.
Really?
Yes, and I really I like it so much. Yes.
I didn't know that because we can hear in Chinese, in Spanish, in Italian in
Italian as
German,
well.
I think. In English, of course, but I've never heard in Japanese.
That's nice.
Yeah, they're so nice, and also I was very surprised.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for today. I wanted to thank you again for this episode. It was really interesting. It was really fun to talk about this academic stuff, application stuff, but it was really useful and interesting, I think. And thank you for coming.
Thank
Thank you for the invitation.
And thank you for listening. And do not forget to subscribe.
If you study,
Bye.
I wanna hear your voice. I wanna hear your voice.